Right, so with this video, I want to start it off a bit differently than how it will actually play out. I want to let y'all know I am so hyped for this darn game. Okay, I am literally like, okay, what can I do? What can I do to properly prepare for this game? And I was like, all right, I know exactly what I need to do. I need to make some videos. So this is going to be like the first of like numerous videos I'm going to make. So I want this game to be good. But let's get to the video topic and the thumbnail, right? What makes this COD game so freaking different than the rest of them? Because we all know that for the past like 6 years, Call of Duty has been basically the same, maybe different guns, slightly different worlds, unless you're talking about like, of course, like Infinite Warfare to World War II. Of course, those are very different. But getting those 6 games and getting like repetitive is very, very like saddening to me, being a COD fan for years. So what actually makes this game so different from Black Ops 4, from Modern Warfare Remastered, from Black Ops 3, from Infinite Warfare, from World War II? What makes it so different from those games? So recently I've seen a lot of feedback regarding the revealed game mode Gunfight. Mostly positive, but some of the feedback was not so positive. My current opinion, and I do put an emphasis on current, of course this video will come out before they reveal multiplayer. So my opinion is formed as a reaction or a response to everything that I have seen or heard from Activision and Infinity Ward themselves, to YouTubers like Drifter and Prestigious Key, who were actually able to see the game, play it, and be like, hey, we really like this game. This game's gonna be good. Though my opinions are derived from theirs, especially Drifters. So now let's answer the question, what actually makes this game different? So number one, the biggest change that we currently know of is just the direction that IW is taking with this game. The more realistic feel and look of this game is closer, I'm not saying it's like, it is closer to Ubisoft's Rainbow Six Siege than your traditional COD game. For the past, I don't know how many years, whenever Modern Warfare Remastered released, that was the most HD looking modern shooter that we had at the time. So whenever you see everyone sort of been like, oh god, this game looks so slow, and the game, it looks very clunky and all these things, and it's like, excuse me, sweetheart, that's how guns work. If you want a modern realistic shooter video game, you got to add some physics. It's one of the big selling points. It's that the game looks more physical, like everything has weight, everything looks like it does something and not like it's paper mache. I think, let's see, Black Ops 3 was pretty good at this. I don't know exactly about World War II because I didn't really play it very often, but it's definitely one of those things that's like, oh, okay, this is actually a little different, okay. And that's thanks to essentially they say it's a new engine. It's just a heavily revamped version of the engine that we already know and love. Because if you didn't know, they have been using the exact same engine with minor differences for every COD game since, I believe, Call of Duty 4. So to take that into account, right, all your best games, or all your favorite COD games, at least, had the same exact engine with minor adjustments. So COD 4 had the exact same engine that Black Ops 4 has, which is something that sounds really dumb. Like, y'all didn't change the engine at all. It's like, no, they updated it and, you know, brought it to the 21st century and did all these little things. And like, oh, okay, now it's very 2010-ish and games look pretty cool now. But like all of the networking issues that we see in Black Ops 4 and Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare and all those different games, you know, the crashes and all this stuff stems from like, hey, that's the same engine y'all been using for way too long now. So that's one of the biggest reasons why this game looks and feels and plays so different, is like because they have basically ripped out the old engine's heart and put in a new ticker, and now it's kicking out 4K like it's nothing. So number two, what we don't know exactly is the details that won't be finalized until, you know, we get closer to the game's release, you know, in August or in September, and that's the microtransactions and of course the user experience and the UI. Crossplay is still a maybe, still like there's a possibility, but you know, as always, Sony is holding back. You know, like they did with Fortnite back then, that was just kind of dumb. We do know that there won't be a traditional season pass as well, which is definitely different. We've always had a season pass, always. And I think that's one of the signals that like, this game's gonna be a tad bit different, at least, compared to Black Ops 4, where it's like, hey, just buy our game. Thank you. And that's what I love. That's all I want. Like CD Projekt Red literally bought The Witcher 3. You open it up, you get a map, you get the CD soundtrack, and you get like a thank you letter in each. Like, that's crazy. Like, imagine if Activision in every copy, every at least physical copy of MW, right? And if every copy, if they put in like a poster and then like a thank you note and then like the soundtrack on a CD, like that's money that Activision doesn't want to spend. So being where we are now with Call of Duty, it's like, this is as close as we can get to CD Projekt Red, I guess. And honestly, I know I look at stocks a little bit, not as much as I probably should. It is looking like Activision, it's looking like the stock price will go up from this Call of Duty, but not in the way that Activision is used to. So usually what happens is they release the COD game, it does really well, it's really popular, everyone loves it for the first like month, the stock price goes up, get everyone into the game first, and then around like a month later, you slide in the microtransactions, because that's what they did for Black Ops 4. They did it pissed me off. Where it was like, oh look, there aren't any microtransactions in this game. Oh look, no loot boxes. Oh okay. I might actually like this game. And then you look up like a month and a half later, and you're like, oh my god, there are COD points now. What are these? These are disgusting. And that's what I mean by like, they won't decide upon that until we get to August or September. They won't, because right now I'm betting that there are a lot of IW devs who are fighting verbally and some probably physically against putting in like COD points. Like we know that Activision needs cash. They just lost Destiny 2, which wasn't really a big cash cow in the first place, but the amount of people who played the game is what really like changed the whole scale of everything. So it's one of those things where it's like, oh my god, I really want this game to be good, but I won't know if it'll be good until we get closer to release. So they're revealing everything on August 1st. All the multiplayer stuff, or as they call it, the multiplayer universe, which is something that Treyarch mentioned that they were trying to do, is like incorporate like the story into multiplayer and Blackout, which is something that I think that they definitely failed at, because I guess they realized people didn't really care, which is something that's very true. You know, some people just didn't care. They just want to run around and shoot people in the face. That's it. I know one specific person who loves to do that. It's all I want to do. So I know for me, that's not, you know, being a Destiny player and, you know, growing up on like Civ and Surviving Mars and all these different like games that require some form of thought. You know, that doesn't sound very fun to me. You know, I like my story campaigns. Like, I will tell you, I have beat every single. You can look on, actually, time for a plug. You can look on this channel right now and see if I've completed Modern Warfare Remastered and MW2, and then I'm working on a way to be able to record MW3. So you already know, I love me some campaign. So it's one of those things where it's like, oh man, you know, I don't know, right? Like I heard about the campaign back in, I think that was May or June, 1 of the 2. And I was like, yeah, man, this game looks really cool. Yeah, sounds really fun too. I'm like, so what about those microtransactions? And I know Activision's like, oh, ha 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 ha. What microtransactions? Ha 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 ha. But knowing them, they will most likely put the microtransactions in, and it'll be fine. And won't have to murder nobody. But as long as they make it a fair system, like, I'm okay with it. Like, it's fine with me. And then my third and final point, you know, here are my clear thoughts without like harboring anything else, right? The fact that they overhauled the game engine and took a more realistic approach already has me hyped somehow, right? Like, I've only seen, like, as the gameplay you're watching right now, I've only seen like this gameplay. This is all I've seen. Like, I saw the reveal trailer and then the multiplayer gameplay of gunfight. That was it. Like, there's nothing else. So for me, I'm probably just biased a little bit, but I know for a fact I'm very much like, I really don't know. Like, this, someone from an outward perspective, right, is probably looking in like, man, y'all gonna fall for the same trap again? Like, y'all just...
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
But I don't know. Like I said, maybe I'm just biased towards Call of Duty, given the fact that I've played it for so long and how much I love all the games, except for like 3 of them. So I don't know, maybe, but it has been fun to talk about this game on this channel for the first time. But I do plan to make maybe 1 or 2 more videos discussing it. But thank you for watching. All you're awesome. Don't forget that. If you hated the video, dislike it. I don't really care. But if you liked it, leave a like. And if you really, really want to hear me rant even more, rant/ramble even more, so consider subscribing to the A19 show. It's very nice. I like being here. And then if you want to see more helpful online school counselor stuff, go subscribe to A19 Ghost. He's a pretty cool guy. I don't know who he is. I just pay him. But thank you for watching, and I will catch all of you in the next one.